Hello, I'm your good friend Easy Flames. Sometimes I play games, other times I solve mysteries and investigate and overreact. Last week, I spoiled the new evolutions for the starters for Gen 8, which are still sitting here because I don't clean up after myself. This week, we're gonna dig deep into the trailer of Pokemon Direct of Gen 8 and the new region, and all the details that we know, which don't feel like a lot, but I promise you there's a lot of details in there, and we're gonna overreact and dig out every last detail. I mean, the trailer was only what, like 2-3 minutes long? So you'd think it didn't really give us a lot of information. Or did it? Spoiler, it did. And we're gonna find out what it is right now. I'm gonna try to contain my hype because this chair's really wobbly and I don't want to tumble. We come upon a little town with a sign that says number 1. There's going to be a Route 1 in this game. We're off to an amazing start. Super sleuthing our way through this. You might think this is a weather vane, but it's not. It's actually a clock. As you can see, the directions are not north and south. They are sun and moon, which is a throwback to the last generation. Which means something's carrying over from last generation. What came from Gen 7? What was the big thing in Gen 7? I haven't played it. Was that the Z moves? Was that Mega Evolutions? It was something. Something's carrying over. Some game-changing quality is carrying over into the Galar region. Be ready for that one. What is this? There's a smudge on my glasses. It looks like wheat. Is it wheat? I don't know. But wait, the wheat is just a ruse. The wheat isn't what we're supposed to be worried about. There are actually scribbles in the rock, and there's a little diamond in the rock further back. What do these mean? They're not unknown symbols. There's something else. And they're embossed in a rock. Rock is closely related to steel. These have something to do with Meltan. Believe that. Now we arrive at what looks to be a Pokemon gym. I can't read the writing on the door because it's in some weird language. Perhaps British or Scottish. That's what I hear this is taking place in. Something foreign to us Americans that we don't understand. And we got more scribbles in the wall. It's a diamond and 3 diamonds together to form that. If you look closely, you can see Meltan's head, and that's probably his body. This is interesting. We got an advertisement for what seems to be dog food. There's a dog bowl, food inside it, and it's made of, yes, I believe I see a pecha and a cherry berry. I don't recognize the other ones, but I'll assume they're berries. Pokemon contests. This is the new form of food to get your Pokemon looking better. You've heard of Poffins. You've heard of whatever the other stuff was. Now you got this. Bowls. Poke bowls. Maybe it's porridge. Poke porridge. And again, we're met with this weird language. Maybe it's French. Can we just take a moment to talk about how the battles look like they're going to be freaking amazing? That's all I got for that. Now, here we find ourselves in what appears to be a living room. There's a lot going on here, a lot of potential for secrets, but let's direct your attention to the backpack. See, this lady seems to be wearing her backpack down lower to where it's resting against her bottom. Now, maybe I'm alone, so don't at me, but backpacks are meant to be worn up on your shoulders. They're a backpack, not a fanny pack. Fanny packs go on your fanny, but they kind of go in front, so that doesn't make sense. That makes it like a fupa pack. That's not right. So what can we learn from this? This is where we learn that us, as the protagonist, we're lazy. Our backpack slouches, We're the underdog. We're going to be teased through our journey about not being quite good enough. And that's going to drive us to be better. We're going to be the champion. We're going to wear that backpack up high, feeling strong. That's the goal. This is the one I like to call Christmas Cavern. Christmas Cavern. What this is a throwback to the Sinnoh Underground, the multiplayer Underground. I don't believe it's actually going to be another multiplayer Underground thing, but it's a throwback. And you're going to be able to dig in the walls. There's pickaxes everywhere. You'll dig in the walls. This is how you find things. Yes, things. Well, what do we got here? We got some crop circles. What I see a big old sun. We got some aliens. There's a giant tree with a telephone pole sticking out of its back. What does this mean? Nothing. It's for decoration. It's whatever town this is that it's outside of. They're gonna say that's the old crop circle point. We go there sometimes on holidays and we'll find the teenagers making out on top of it. That's Lookout Hill up there. But it really holds no significance to the story. It's just a tourist attraction or a place where adolescent youth go to sneak away from their parents and get all mushy with their loved ones. But it's not love, they're only 12. This right here, I can tell you now, is the laboratory where we get our first Pokemon. Look at it. Books. There's a thing over there. There's a thing over there. This is the laboratory. Professor... I need a tree name. I've been playing Minecraft lately. What's a tree name? Professor Dark Oak. The first black professor. That might not be right. Is he? We haven't had one, have we? I honestly don't remember. I don't think we have. So there you have it. The first. Right here we find ourselves in some kind of jersey, walking out into a stadium. This, remember the contest I mentioned earlier? This might look like, the big time Pokemon League battle. No. This, it's either a form of the contest or it's the, what's it called? Like the battle tower sort of thing, the little extra battle thing that you always see. It's one or the other, but it's not an official storyline thing, it's just a side thing you can have fun in. Bring your Poke Porridge with you, feed up your Pokemon, and take them to the stadium. The number 227 is also very significant, because when they started development of this game, it was 2018, most likely, which was 22 years after the first Pokemon game was released, and there have been 7 generations since then. 22-7. I'm playing the lottery tonight. I won't get into the rest of it because we already talked about the starters last week. If you want to check that out, click the link at the end of the video, and I'll spoil for you the final evolutions of those starters. Hopefully, you're not too mad at me for spoiling the game for you after all this. It's going to be a fun game. What have we learned? Professor Dark Oak, the first African American professor. But if it doesn't take place in America, is it really African American? What is it then? We also learn that contests will be a thing, and that you will develop your Pokemon by feeding them Poke Porridge. We also learned some personality traits of our protagonists, and we found out that this generation will be a throwback to Gen 7. In what way, we do not know yet, but there will be some qualities that carry over. Not only that, throwback to Gen 4, we get the underground where you get to dig into the walls and blah blah blah. And also, don't you dare tell me that none of this is going to happen, because I fact-checked it all, verified it with myself. Easy Flames, is all this true? Indeed it is. I don't know. That's what I got from the trailer. Grasping at straws here probably, but what else can you do? They didn't really show us too much aside from pretty pictures and battles, which I'm totally fine with. What did you see in the trailer that you don't think anybody else sees? I'm sure, bless your heart if you saw the same thing I saw. Get that checked out. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Not trying to be one to put out fake news, but if you don't speculate, how can you play the game and then say, hey, I was right about that? That's what I'm going for. It's called Bold Predictions, ladies and gentlemen, Bold Predictions. So let me know your bold predictions in the comments, and we'll chat about them. Let's chat about Gen 8. We still got a ways to go, but the hype is going to continue. The more information we get about this game, the more hype I'm going to have. I'm so ready for it, and I hope you're ready for it. Keep that fire burning.